Hello, welcome to Dry Creek Beekeeping. So today I'm going to be putting formic acid strips in my alpha hive, and I'm going to be taking them out of the beta hive. So, as a quick reminder to what formic acid strips are, they are, well, strips of formic acid that are used to deal with varroa mites within your hive. So, these guys appear to be doing well, which is good. By the way, I didn't bring my smoker with me today because I felt it wasn't needed, since all I was doing was putting the formic acid strips in. Yeah, so this reminds me of one thing that I have to deal with this hive is when I made this brood box here, I didn't make it quite right, so that means all these frames are way too close to this. I don't actually know if I'll be able to put the formic acid strips in. Actually, I will not be able to put the formic acid strips in at all today because I'm going to have to build something that allows me to raise the inner cover so that it's not sitting on the frames. So, in that case, I'm just going to take a look at all the frames. But I'm doing it without a smoker, so this is going to be interesting. Well, they've made a lot of progress, to say the least. Look at all of this capped honey. Just about a month ago now, there was almost nothing in this brood box, and now they've almost fully recovered from that. And it looks like all of the other places on these frames have nothing on them, which means that they are decreasing brood production to prepare for the winter. So that looks good. Despite the fact that I don't have a smoker, these bees are being extremely gentle. It's shocking. Alright, this frame still has brood on it. However, not on the other side. And the brood on this side actually looks quite healthy. So, it's a fairly cold day, so I'm just going to put those back so that they can survive. And this is a little bit of a problem. So, they're all up here, which means that I can't actually put the inner cover back on without crushing them all. So, I'm going to go over here to the hive that has the formic acid strips in them. And I'm going to take those formic acid strips out and then use the smell of those to encourage the bees to go down back into the frames. Wow, they really glued this down. I have no idea why though. Look at all the propolis that they used. Alright, so I had to cut a little bit of footage there. All of a sudden, the bees from the alpha hive started swarming me. So I had to brush all the bees off of the top of those frames and the inner cover and put it back on as quick as I could before anything went wrong. And thankfully, nothing really went wrong, except I do have a couple stingers in my glove. So, back to this. All I have to do is get this one off now. The bees are still unsurprisingly quite mad at me, and they have good reason. And this is why you always have to bring a smoker. I didn't think today would be as much of a trouble as it is, so that's why I didn't today. But it ended up being quite the adventure. So right now I'm just kind of clearing away a bit of the extra propolis that they made here so that it doesn't stick the inner cover on too tight or hinder any of their progress. And here are the formic acid strips after I took them off. So to recap what happened in this video, it wasn't very ideal. I was planning on putting formic acid strips in the alpha hive, but ended up being unable to because the inner cover was sitting too close to the frames. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of woodworking before I can actually put those formic acid strips in. Also in this video, I took the formic acid strips out of the beta hive. Those have been in there for a week, and it was time to remove them. By now, almost all, if not all, of the varroa mites within the beta hive are dead. Well, that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Also, if you have any questions or comments about beekeeping, please be sure to put them in the comments. See ya!